Good evening. Good evening and welcome to the 90th commencement at Walt Whitman High School. Actually, we already had the 90th. This is the 91st, followed by the 92nd, 93rd, 94th, 95th, 96th, and 97th. And if you count the virtual ceremony, well, forget about it. As the term commencement implies, we are here not only to honor the academic accomplishments of these young men and women, but also to wish them well as they embark on the next chapter of their lives. Today marks a significant milestone for all present. It is our wish, as it is yours, to make this ceremony a safe and solemn event, which will become a cherished memory for the graduates and families. To this end, we ask that all parents remain in their seats and refrain from stepping up to take pictures, and the photographers are here to do that when the names are called. In this way, we can make this the dignified ceremony that these young people deserve. In a moment, I will ask you to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be recited this evening by GSO President and sister of a graduate, Ms. Pamela Carey, and please remain standing for our national anthem. Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red clouds bursting and gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. I now call up our student speaker for this evening. Please welcome Class of 2020 valedictorian Stephen Verderami.
Thank you for coming. It truly is an honor to stand here in front of you today. Picture this. It's 11 p.m. No, even more realistic. It's 3 a.m. You've been binging your favorite show, anime, or movie all night long. You're so excited to see how it ends. Your heart's pumping. You're sitting on the edge of the seat. And then, black. Roll credits. It hurts, it stings, you're so angry that you have to wait until another season, praying that there will be another season to get answers to the plethora of questions the ending has created. But after a while, it's not so bad. You start to look back at the best jokes and action scenes, the most tender moments, and the most memorable. Maybe you'll soon start to drop quotes here or there, or make references, and as silly as it sounds, you might walk away with a line of incredibly insightful wisdom that really resonated with you. Well, our season 4 of Walt Whitman High School kind of ended on one of those cliffhangers, and you know what they say about cliffhangers. It already seems like ages since we walked these hallways. And while some of us were probably ecstatic to have an earlier than anticipated end to our torture, I challenge everybody to think of something or someone they didn't get a chance to say goodbye to. Maybe your favorite spot to cut class, or the person who always made you laugh. Maybe a teacher that you really liked, or a classmate that helped you through your toughest subject. And think of all the good memories that you've had, no matter how hard to come by they may feel like they are. Someone who stood up for you, offered you a seat, or drove you to school, going to Duncan, or meeting new people, participating in sports, clubs, or maybe even just going home and playing video games. Getting Dippin' Dots, or what about watching movies when your teacher is absent, without having to do those annoying worksheets. I'd be naive to say that we'll remember these things forever, but I am confident in saying that our time here at Whitman has shaped us forever. Perhaps we've been exposed to new perspectives we've never even considered, or learn not to be quick to judge people, or realize not to take the simple things, like seeing each other every day, for granted. And as cliche as it sounds, I think our time apart has really brought us together due to that exact realization. Not just our class, but with all the 2020 graduates. And if nothing else, at least it's given us the starting point for some small talk later on in the future. Oh, you're from the class of 2020 as well? What was the weirdest thing you used as toilet paper? But I think I could say our shared experiences at Whitman and during quarantine has done much more than that. We're all on the verge of one of the biggest changes of our lives, while living through a global pandemic, an economic recession, and countless other worldwide conflicts. There will come a time when the world is in our hands, and when our decisions when our experiences guide decisions that truly matter. And when that time comes, I think we'll be able to look at each other and, despite our vast differences, remember the challenges that we share, the jokes that we can laugh at together, and discuss the shows that we have in common. So now is the time for us to collect everything that we've gained here at Whitman and carry it to our next stage in our lives. Now is the time to reflect on how we changed and on the people who helped us through. And now is the time to walk forward together with all the other 2020 graduates. Goodbyes aren't easy, but having to say one means that you're growing, moving on, getting to see more in life. Staying in one place is comfortable, but comfort doesn't yield progress. And to quote the cliffhanger ending show that our senior shirt was based on, life, it's moving, always moving, whether we like it or not. And yeah, sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's sad, but sometimes it's surprising, happy. So to my fellow graduates, congratulations. We finished high school during a global pandemic together, survived endless homework and tests together, overcame the pangs of change together, and we will stand up to whatever the future fires at us, together. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, since you are seated with your immediate family members, if you are comfortable, please feel free to take your masks off. We ask that you just put them back on your way off the field. It is my honor to call to the lectern the principal of Walt Whitman High School, Mr. John Murphy. Hello, graduates, Dr. Bernardo, Board of Education, teachers, parents, family members. It is my pleasure to finally welcome you to our 2020 graduation ceremony. I must say that it is a little surreal to be able to be in person here on stage. This is something that has been in the making for the last 18 years of your lives. These last few months have shown us all present how important this ceremony truly is. It's not only a culmination of the last 18 years, but a testament to the resiliency of our society and our student body. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the parents of our graduates. They are the true heroes of this ceremony. They are the ones that pushed you when necessary, held you when you were hurting, and praised you when you really needed it the most. I hate to say it, but this day is not just about you. It is a funny thing being a parent. We once were where you were, or where you are, full of hopes and dreams, ready to take on the world,
And while scary at times, will hold wonderful things for you in the future. This day is not just about academics or receiving a diploma. It signifies the end of one stage and the start of another. It really is the birth of your adulthood and independence. And while this is a scary thought for a parent, we are so proud of what you have and will accomplish. I must say this is one of the hardest speeches that I've ever had to write and give. In reflecting on what occurred this year and how our current seniors have had to endure such obstacles over these last few months, it breaks my heart to see what you had to face. I guess in life we learn from our disappointments and defeats, making us understand the importance of resiliency and determination. But how does that translate to a student's senior year? Being ripped away from your peers at such a crucial time is something that no student should ever have to face. A student's senior year is chock full of tradition, it's chock full of friendship, and it lets you say goodbye to the people you love and have held dear for many years. A student's senior year is something to look forward to. It is your journey at Walt Whitman and the subsequent last few months that truly shape each person's here's ideas, lives, and opinions about the world around them. It is the struggles on that journey that have shaped your perspectives and how to navigate through them. I guess that's what life is supposed to be like. Life is never supposed to be easy. The trials and tribulations that we face allow us to learn and grow, not only for ourselves, but also within these lessons, you will teach your own children just as your parents have. Knowing that you have had to overcome so many obstacles and persevere through such dark times has given me faith that the future is bright, and that these young men and women here we honor today will make sure that this nation and our world are in good hands. Selfishly, I don't want to see you go. I feel like I was cheated. I feel like your senior year, being 4 months short, didn't give me the chance to say goodbye. I've got to see you grow as freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. And this class in particular has a special place in my heart. What I've seen from this class has not only let me grow as an educator, but as a parent and a human being. The bonds of friendship that have been made not only between you, your teachers, your friends, but also with me will endure long past your graduation date. As a principal, I'm not supposed to have favorites, but I have to tell you, this class is one of my favorites and will always remain that way. The students this year and will be the best that I think to come from throughout my entire career. Not because you were good students or good athletes, that we won titles, or the colleges you went to, but because you're good people. You know how things should and can be, and have the strength to change them for the better. Just like the proud parents and family members that sit behind you now, I leave all my hopes and dreams in your hands. I'm confident that you will not only succeed in your own lives, but will make this world a better place. Now, I know there's going to be failures, and I know that we're not going to get what we want as fast as we want to, but I believe you have the strength to overcome them, and have shown that this year in particular. What you have accomplished is nothing short of amazing. Please know, while you leave the halls of Walt Whitman High School, you will never leave our hearts. I will always remember you as a class that truly defined the word community. I will hold on to the memories that we made here at Whitman, the laughs we shared, the tears we shed, and the sense of pride we felt knowing that we were a part of something larger than ourselves. Just like the Whitman rock behind me, your influence, compassion, and legacy will stand the test of time, and will endure forever in the hearts of future graduates and in the traditions you helped establish here at Whitman. I guess that's my message for the class of 2020. The word together. Together, we can achieve anything. Together, we are stronger. Together, we are Whitman. God bless you. I will miss you. And please, stay safe. And I look forward to seeing you again, gracing us in the halls of Walt Whitman High School. Thank you.
Students, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our President of the Board of Education, Mr. Nicholas Ciapetta.
evening. On behalf of the very proud Board of Education, I want to congratulate the class of 2020 and your families. Today's weather kind of represents our year. A little cloudy and overcast, but the sunlight is starting to break through. No graduating class has ever experienced a year quite like this, and hopefully no one will again. But no graduating class has ever impressed us like this one. In the darkest of times, there are always those moments that restore your hope, signal a return to normalcy, and move us to tears. For me, that moment came on the morning of May 22nd, when your class gave an emotional surprise to Principal John Murphy to thank him for everything that he has done for our school. Mr. Murphy will not soon forget that moment, and neither will anyone else who was there. It reminded us of everything that is special about South Huntington, our sense of community, our empathy, our optimism, and our strength. Your class in particular embodies that strength, and that is why your senior class gift is so fitting. That enormous maroon boulder behind me will establish a new and lasting tradition that will connect future generations of South Huntington students. That moment on May 22nd also reassured us, and it gave us faith. It gave us faith that your class can solve the unsolvable problems, can cure incurable diseases, and unite our country like you always unite our community. I know I'm asking a lot of 17 and 18-year-olds, but you have already proved up to the challenge. Next year, some of you will travel as far as the West Coast and stay as close as Farmingdale. But I hope wherever you are next year, and wherever you ultimately end up in life, you will always hold a little special place in your heart for the maroon and white. I would like to now introduce our phenomenal superintendent, Dr. David Bernardo, with one final weekly wrap-up speech.
I promised much shorter than a weekly wrap-up speech. What I just wanted to, before we present the graduates, the way the process goes now is we present the graduates and then we come back up and we confer you graduates. But before we do that, one final sentiment from the Board of Education, from your administration, from your teachers, and from your community. I know this day, this year didn't go quite like you expected, but what I will always remember is the amount of love and courage that you brought to this district. You have amazing hearts, you have amazing parents, and you've left a mark on us. So we thank you, we will remember you, and we will always take a piece of you with us wherever we go. So congratulations, please know that you are loved, and we now are ready to present the graduates to their families and the Board of Education. Andrew Brown. Go down the ramp, yep. Okay. And then go to the left, step on those two. It's hard to be the first one. Armani Brown. Javian Bryan. Victoria Wesso. Brandon Caceres. Ryan Kajowski. Matthew Calandra.
Michael Callahan. Jordan Campanelli. Annalise Campo. Yadira Calderon. Ruth Campos Chavez. Isabella Canales. Samantha Carey. Jessica Castagni. Alyssa Caviolo. Ariana Churko. Juliana Chiraboga. Isa Chowdhury. Herson Cisneros Campos. Allison Clark. Kayla Call. William Collins IV. Nicholas Contessa. Wendy's Cordova Berrios. Nora Cowlishaw. Kevin Cozart. And how about a round of applause for all these ladies in their high heels? Sarah Crapenzano. Jillian Crowley. Jalen Cruz. Henry Cruz Flores. Luke Consolo. Olivia Consolo. Carly Danner. Christina de Blasio. Nicholas DiGaetano. Melvin Cruz.
And to make this officially official, I'd like to bring back up to the lectern our superintendent, Dr. David Bernardo.
Mr. Shapetta, from the Board of Education, I can now officially tell you that, with the power invested in me by the state of New York, our graduates, the young men and women that you see before you now, have fulfilled all their obligations set forth by the Board of Regents and the New York State Education Department, and more importantly, the South Huntington School District and their families, and are now proud graduates. Congratulations.
You can throw your caps, just make sure you catch them. Nobody? Oh, there you go. Good, nice. As we close out this evening's ceremony, I'm going to ask you to please rise and join in the singing of the Walt Whitman High School alma mater. The words are on the back of your program. This recording that you're about to hear was created virtually by members of the graduating class of 2020, and I would like to personally thank one of our graduates who helped me put this whole thing together, Julie Chiraboga. Please rise. Congratulations, graduates of the class of 2020. As the recessional begins, we ask that you please leave the field the way you came in. Graduates, we are so very proud of you, and we wish you all the best that life has to offer. Again, congratulations and good night.